So, hi, Jennifer.
Hi, Philip.
Um, Thanks for booking the session with me. And if I correctly remember, you're coming to me with the question, what is my genius mission vision? Is that correct?
Yes. So from our Mahima homework this month, I really want to dig deeper into what my genius is and really trying to make sure that I'm have everything aligned and I'm heading in the right direction. With my genius being clear and my mission really also mission and vision. And yeah, I'm like, I have some ideas, but I think I need to think, I want to talk it out loud with other people to try to understand if I'm seeing everything the right way or if I should change perspective a little.
So tell me, what is your genius right now? What do you feel is your genius?
Well, yeah, that's actually the ideas I have. They're really mixed all together. So through the breakthrough weekend, the sentence that we came with, and it really resonated with me, was, "I bring the light out of people." Um, and that sentence really it really touched my heart, and it's something in there that I really like. But I think right now it's still really um, it's not focus. It's kind of like it's not laser focus. It's just like I'm putting light all over the world, like over the room, but I don't know exactly where I should head with my genius.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so maybe I will. So I start doing the homework with the steps that we can go to try to hack our genius. So maybe I can tell you a little bit of what I've been thinking or my story and a little bit, and that way or how do you recommend these steps?
I mean, I was going to suggest we're going to use these steps, but I'm going to proceed a little differently today because we're going to use quantum technology, right? So you're going to get some extra input. But before we go there, um, so when you say that's your genius, how did this genius precisely appear in your life? How has it appeared in your life so far?
How has it appeared in my life? So I've noticed that. So I travel a lot and I put myself in a lot of different situations and with people that I just met, or I've done teachings. I've done I was teaching biology,
Hmm.
and always with my friends and in different social settings. I noticed that I I make people happy. I'm able to connect with really different types of people, and I find a way of making a unity, kind of feeling that community in a group. And I make yeah, I take care of people.
Mm.
But that's something that is, I know it's really general. So then certain things that I what I've done in my professional career, or things like that really haven't been aligned completely through that genius. So
Hmm.
that's what I'm trying to see if that being my genius, how can I align my professional career where I'm heading to make sure that I'm having that under account, or if my genius maybe is something completely different. I don't know.
Well, what you just said is that you're good at creating a group and bringing people together, which
Yes, I
which you
I
yeah.
I think, yeah, I think I'm good at that.
So, but you say you think you're good at that, but on the other hand, you said that in your experience that you've had teaching all over the world, that's what happened around you. You know that people kind of came together and formed a group. That's it. That's a
um,
that's what you just said. If I'm not misunderstood.
no, yes, correct. So it's just not through. So it's I was teaching abroad, and I felt that really the group that I was working with really came together, and I think I worked that cohesion thing. I don't know. I put the pieces together, and also so that's not my only professional side. So I've done research. So that's other part of my genius that I think I really like, um, understanding abstract things, and I'm good with numbers and complex things, and
Hmm.
I like explaining those complex ideas in a simpler way. So that's like, I also think part of my genius could be something with teaching. I really do enjoy teaching, and I'm able to put ideas in a simpler way. But so going back to like making those groups, like in any kind of environment that I've been working, doing research or with group of friends, I somehow where I end up working, we have a really cool group. Like we really come together, and I feel like I help with that, like creating that.
That is amazing. I mean, it sounds like you're a facilitator of a group spirit in a teaching environment.
Yes, I like that. Yeah. Okay, let me. I'm writing things down from our session.
I'm thinking of you as somebody who could like probably join an organization like Tony Robbins' team. Or maybe Mahima can make use of your talent to kind of be in a teaching role and facilitate this group experience at the same time.
I like that. So that's like, I'm not anything close to that. Well, let's see. I think I'm doing certain things that maybe are getting me, I'm getting stronger skills to like something more aligned with this. But right now with like, I've gone through my professional career, so it's gone everywhere. So I started with research because I like science. I'm good with numbers. And I was heading to, okay, I'm going to do a PhD. I'm great at this. I stopped at a master's. I was like, no, PhD is like too much study. And I went and I was teaching in Africa biology. I was like, okay, I'm still in science, but I'm going to teach because I like teaching. And that was like a really amazing experience. And through that, I realized that teaching, I wanted to teach something more than just science. Like I wanted to teach something that could help more than just like, I love biology. Don't get me, like, I love biology, but it's just like, there's so much more, like, that's only in high school level. So it's like, okay, what other things I can teach and how I can make money too. Like I realized I was doing, like, that was a volunteer and I was making zero money. So coming back from that, I was like, okay, what do I do? So now I really recently, in like the last 2 years, I started in technology. So I'm learning how to code, and I'm working with Salesforce, like not the company, but I'm working with the software Salesforce, and I'm making a lot of money. So my idea is like, okay, if I continue developing my skills in the technology side, I could teach technology to others, and that could boost them to have a happier life, better life. But with the idea always, for me, it's important to help women and the developing world. So bringing those skills to someone in Africa or someone in South America, in helping them connect with opportunities. So that's what, like, so those are more where I think I'm heading. But it's not, when I say like, I don't think it's maybe to align with the bringing the light out of people. So that's what I'm trying to really come up with, the sentence that I can work on and like see if maybe I need to redirect myself in a different way. Because I really like what you said, like the facilitating a group environment in a teaching, facilitating the group spirit in a teaching environment. I like that. And I think maybe if I still go with the idea of like technology in the developing world, I really like that teaching environment, and teaching something that could help you have a better life. I really like that, making sure that everyone is happy and everyone is like in the, on board for the mission. I don't know how to.
Yeah, I see. I think I can tell where you're heading. You know what? Let's just tap into your quantum field and see what we can come up with.
Okay. I'm really excited about what the quantum.
Yeah, I just did this with the previous client, and it really helped her. So I'm just gonna add you in the system as a client.
Okay.
So, like, if you don't know what I'm doing, I'm just using this computer here, right?
Okay.
And
Mhm.
this is the quantum resonator. Don't ask any further questions because this will get very long and very complex. Okay.
Okay.
But
No question.
if you are into technology, you might be very interested in what is actually happening here, because these are quantum processes. Okay.
Mhm.
So when were you born, love?
July 3rd, like date and month and year? July 3rd, 1986.
July 3rd, 86. Where were you born?
In Miami, Florida.
Yeah. Good. Got you. So, I'll just hop into a genius analysis. Let's go. Do you have, what is your purpose when you, let's assume you've hacked your genius and you know exactly what it is. What does that feel like? Can you give me one sentence that describes the state when you're living in your genius and you're really happy with it?
Helping others.
Helping
Well,
others.
yeah.
So with my genius, I help others.
Okay. So it
Does
needs
that,
to be more, yeah, with my genius, I help others.
I use my genius to help others. Okay, cool. You mentioned something about money before as well. What about this?
Hmm. Well, with my genius, I help others to have a happier life or have more opportunities.
And what about, you mentioned the money that you make by using your genius. Is that something you want to focus on?
Mm, no, so that's been interesting for me because actually I did like the jump that I made into technology was to make sure that I'm making money so I don't have to worry about the money situation and then I can focus on helping others. um, so it, and I know that this idea of like we should like find a way of making money with our genius, but I feel for me, and maybe I'm like seeing it the wrong way. For me, like a big part is helping people in the developing world and helping women. And the community I want to help, they probably won't have money to pay me. So, and I don't care about that because that way, like if I have a strong career, I can sustain, like I can pay the bills. And through my career, hopefully I can teach others to do the same.
Okay, cool. Okay, let's leave it with that setup, right?
Okay.
So because let's just assume it's financed and your focus is really on helping other people, and you'll find a way to sustain yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. To help people to, what did you say?
To have happier lives
To
or
have
to
happier
have,
lives.
mhm, or to create opportunities.
Yeah. I just need you to be very careful about this because this idea of helping and not being allowed or not should not, it's not okay to receive money for that is a very widespread thing. So we're not going into this one now because this has a lot to do with self-esteem and how you see yourself, right? I just want you to point, I just want to point you to the fact that um, as you've seen in the forum, I've been reasonably successful with helping people while making a lot of money. So these
Mm-hmm.
things work together. Okay, it's really your decision where you want to put your focus. Now, we're focusing on what genius is going to help people creating happier lives and not what is going to help you make money, right? I just need you I just need you to be totally aware of what we're looking at here, because the question is extremely important.
Okay.
If this is what you're focusing on, we're getting the answer for this now. You may at some stage ask a different question, say, I figured out I need to find a way to actually make money with my Genius because it's just easier for me to sustain this type of activity.
I see.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get your point. I just don't know how to word it in a way that.
Let me suggest you something, and you tell me
sure.
if it resonates with you, because this is going deeper than just the Genius. This is about creating value and receiving. You know, not just like giving, but also receiving.
Okay.
And what I'm going to suggest to you is like, with my Genius, I help other people to have happier lives while making a lot of money for myself.
That sounds good.
Good.
Yeah, that sounds good.
We could be even more specific, and you could tell me how much you would want to make per year. Do you have a figure that you want to make per year? Like a really nice figure, you know? There's absolutely no reason to play small. Really nice figure.
I have a figure, but I think like through my profession, like how I have my professional career right now, I will get there.
Good.
So that's why like the money is not too important right now.
No, it's not whether money is important or not, but you say, you know, like now we're saying making a lot of money for myself is fine, but it's even better to be more specific, because the more specific we are, the better the answer becomes.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So if you
yeah.
say you want to make $300,000 a year, that's fine.
Well, let's say 200,000 will be.
Good.
I would be 200,000.
Because it's just more specific than a lot of money. Does that feel uncomfortable?
A little bit.
That's amazing.
But it's something that I know is my ego. I do have ego reactions with money. And I'm working through them. So it is a process.
Yeah. Beautiful. I appreciate that. You will end up in a space where there's no resistance towards large amounts of money anymore at all. So
I believe that to be truth, and I'm already working through it, but I can see that. I was like, I don't want to put that in the question, but it makes a lot of sense.
Exactly. That's why I'm pushing you there. That's why I'm pushing you. This isn't just about the Genius, you know. You want to put out something in the world that makes it super easy for you to get $200,000 or more per year, right?
Yeah.
I'll actually put in or more. See, the thing is, this is what quantum technology does. It really provokes you into being so specific that you actually, you have to come up with the stuff that you possibly wouldn't have come up with otherwise, you know.
I appreciate that, because it really is like thinking a little bit, going out of your comfort zone.
Yeah. It's because the machine requires it. And the funny thing is, this is not just the machine. This is the way the world works. So, I mean, if anything, if you want to take anything out of this conversation, it's the phrase, with my Genius, I help other people to have happier lives while making $200,000 or more per year, right? You want to take that phrase with you. I can send it to you. The reason why you want to have that is because your Genius is like in itself something that you're downloading, right? And here you're describing the Genius, so you're kind of like saying what it should achieve. You know?
So the result.
Exactly. And now I'm going to run the analysis. So you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
I'm really wondering if you should split the video at this point. I told you. Well, now there's a little break here, so we can still do that. All right, so I'm going to run the analysis for Jennifer. Okay. Oh wow, you should see what's coming up here. I'm gonna give you the best thing here. It's really strong. The teaching thing is big.
It is?
The teaching thing is super accurate. You will lead people through the learning experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry,
that is
really
super important for you. And it actually is very close. Are you already doing this?
I'm doing something already.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I wouldn't be surprised to see a lot more coming your way very easily. And it's something, this really fires you up, gives you motivation and energy. And it comes from the space of action. You will take action that nourishes your energy in the field of teaching other people. Okay? Guiding people.
Good, yeah.
You are really good at expressing yourself, and that is something that comes from both or one of your parents.
That's true.
Yeah, that is going to be very helpful, and that's one of your geniuses. That's something that you're going to use. Do you have musical talent?
I love dancing.
Ah.
So yeah, and that's something through dancing. I did connect really well with some of my students.
Yeah.
Through dancing. So.
Have people said that you have a very beautiful sense of humor?
Sometimes, yes. Not like I lived in Barcelona for a long time, so like having Spanish and English, sometimes your humor is different in different languages. But yeah, I say my humor is better in Spanish.
Vamos a ver. What comes up as well is creativity. You'll see what that means. It can be, what it says here is you will always find new ways to solve problems that come up, and you're good at thinking in unconventional ways.
I think that really does represent already. Even it's weird, but it's in science. Like you have to come up with ideas all the time when you're doing experiments. And through what I'm doing with like computers too, is like you just have to solve the problems in different ways.
Yeah. Remember, this is a great trait of creativity. You're good at creating stuff, and you've been really good at managing your own existence. You know, it's kind of when you know, like you said, you identified that you're good at teaching, and so you went for the tech, and there you're making the money that you want. That's for me, that's managing your own existence. Actually, that's also something that comes from your parents.
The managing, I feel like I do have like a strong family that has helped me a lot in a lot of different ways, like things that I'd get from them.
And has your father or your mother been really good at you know, like creating the circumstances they needed for to live?
It's interesting. They have they always find a way of making things work, but they actually haven't been the most organized. But I think from that I've learned how to I learned what not to do in certain situations. Or I've learned how to what do you do, to get the most out of a specific situation.
Love it. Love it. You're ambitious. You are ambitious. And you're a leader. and you're really good at, we've already had that kind of the expression thing, being in front of people and putting stuff into words. I think that's really the, oh, and you radiate a lot of joy. You radiate, probably this radiation of joy is probably what makes the group experience around you so pleasurable. So it's kind of good to have this, because it becomes more precise. You know, you say, I'm really good at creating those groups, and on a more specific level, it's you radiate joy. Does that make sense?
That's like, I think when I, like, even the genius that I started, like, bring the light out of people, is like that feeling of like making people happy, like bringing that joy, without really knowing how, it just happens.
Yeah. It's you radiate that joy, and that you know, makes it easier for other people to potentially be motivated to learn something.
Mm-hmm. How do you see that? Like, how can you see the radiate? I'm really curious about that. Well, I won't ask questions, but I will ask questions maybe after.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I just see this on a computer screen. You know, it's if you want to know more how this works, I give presentations. You can go to my website, waveconsult.ch, and I do English presentations as well, like every second week.
Oh, okay.
I explain how this works.
I will look into your website.
Do that. I'll be very happy to welcome you, because a lot of people ask me this. You're like, how does this work? Believe me, it took me a long time to figure it out, because it's mind blowing. I never knew that this stuff works, right? Because you're in the US, I'm in Switzerland, and there's no physical link between us, and I didn't really know you, and I'm just coming up with this stuff, you know.
Yeah, no, that's really interesting.
That's quantum physics, basically. So, and what you should also do is think about stuff like podcasts.
Well, I actually have this last year, I really been thinking of writing a book. And I think I just need to do it. There's just like this little voice in my head that is just like, I just need to start working on it. I actually started working and it's just like about expressing, like putting some ideas into the world, or things that I've gone through that I think will help others. Just like have a really cool story and a lot of learning has happened. So good.
Maybe, you know, it really says podcast audio.
It says podcast audio. Okay.
Audio. You wanna consider, as Mahima says, marinate a bit in it. Okay. I love it. I love the idea.
I will marinate in it.
Yeah, marinate, please. So, so to wrap up, teaching environment, teaching courses, expressing yourself, putting stuff into words. These are two major things for you. Creating joy, laughter. And the creativity to solve problems. Yeah, these are the things that I'm seeing here. Yeah. And with the teaching, you can also, like in the same group, you can come up with like being a leader. So I feel like, I mean, I feel your vibe, right? And I feel that this is absolutely true. You have a very light, joyful presence. And I believe that if you convert that to a teaching space, it will be easy for people to follow you and to pick up stuff from you. Mm-hmm. Very, very pleasurable.
I really like that. Yeah, and I think I think I'm heading already in that way. Like I've been teaching already some classes online with Salesforce and how to pass interviews or how to prepare for interviews. And like I've noticed already that like really the group, like they've been getting jobs. So it's like, yes, it worked.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so it's like really, and it's like really, it just makes me happy. And through, I do have like I'm strong with meditation. Like I'm really into my meditation. It's an important part. And with my teacher, we are thinking of how to bring this. So my family's from Colombia. So we're trying to see if we can bring this like technology teaching in Colombia and come up with a school to help women to learn technology and get them into meditation as well. So it really is like there's something there already kind of like in the workouts, and it's something that like we will do. Like I'm already trying to take leadership and make sure that we work on this together and like really coming up with the whole project. So I think.
Have you spoken to Duce yet from the tribe?
I haven't. I've been meaning to reach out to her. I need to
Yeah,
reach out to her.
do it.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's in a very similar space, I believe.
Mm-hmm. I will reach out to her. Like I did. I just sing like little tidbits of her, like something that she logged. I was like, oh, I need to reach out to her.
Yeah. I think you guys are probably quite similar. Mm-hmm. You know, there's this conscious tech thing in that space. Not sure if I'm correctly describing what's going on her side, but it kind of sounds
mm-hmm.
a bit similar.
I will definitely reach out to her, I think. But good. Yeah, like so I got teaching environment, expressing myself with words, bringing the joy, creativity, and I think I missed one. But I will also watch the recording.
Do it
to make sure that I write everything.
Yeah, it's I see kind of like these three groups, like the teaching / leadership thing. Mm-hmm. I see the joy that you're radiating, and you know, like making the people easier to like handle and grasp what you're getting across. And the third thing is your creativity, how good you are in solving problems. These are kind of like the three poles. And yeah, I mean, it really sounds like this all literally seems to boil down a little to the phrase that we started with, right?
Mm-hmm. With and what will you resume the phrase again to make sure I got it?
Well, the creation of a nice group experience in a teaching environment, something like mm-hmm. that.
Yeah. Okay. Facilitative group spirit or environment.
Exactly, and the group spirit is like you could boil it down to a joyful, creating a joyful group spirit or group environment to facilitate learning of maybe technical content or whatever.
I like that. That does sound. I like that. I like the joyful group and teaching. Got it. Oh my God, this is so helpful, Philip. Like I really appreciate so much this.
You're
like
welcome.
It's so exciting to like just talk about it and like go and like put ideas to marinate and like go deeper and learn. Have also that empowerment. It's like, okay, I'm heading the right way.
Yeah. And you will see now, just with the focus that you're having right now, and the analysis that we've done, we've looked at this specific object so much, like the object of your genius. You know, we've looked at it so much that it potentially already transformed and moved closer to physical existence.
Oh,
like this happens all the time. You know, this is, put in Mahima's words, this is where you focus. This is what becomes reality. Mm-hmm. Where focus goes, energy flows.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a different way of saying it. I'm coming from this quantum physics perspective, and what you're doing right now is you are selecting from the infinite ocean of potential and possibilities. You're selecting something very specific. And the more specific you get with what you want, the easier it is to actually manifest it. Yeah. You can overdo it as well. So when you're looking for a partner or something and you have a list of things that this person should fulfill, then it may go the other way, and it may become more difficult to find something. So there's always a balance that you need to strike in terms of how general do I want to stay, how generic do I want to stay, do I just want to have a job on one hand, and on the other hand, do I want to have like exactly this and this job? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
that
you need to
makes
find
sense.
the balance. Yeah. And I feel in your specific situation, I feel it's very helpful to actually narrow it down.
Narrow it down. Okay. That's what I've been feeling too. Like I feel like I'm in a point right now that I need to be a little bit more focused.
Yeah.
And then I can relax and let it be what it needs to be. But I think I need a little bit of direction.
Keep us posted on the forum what happens over the course of the next few days and weeks. I would not be surprised to see, like some stuff coming up, because when you focus so much on something in the quantum field that doesn't exist yet, the universe will make it happen through synchronicities.
That's exciting. I will definitely keep posted everyone in the forum. Cool. Because I have this feeling that there's certain things that are coming up soon.
Yeah, it feels very connected. Mm-hmm. This feels very connected. I wouldn't be surprised to have somebody call you or ask you if you could do this and this or something like that. Mm-hmm. So that's typically what happens, I have to say.
Okay, I will try to be ready.
Yeah. This is being ready is being aware. Mm-hmm. Like I'm not saying this is like, it's not a religious thing, but the Bible has a few beautiful things, and Jesus says, "Be like the servant who awaits the return of the master." In a loving relationship, and you want to be ready when the master returns. You want to be ready when the synchronicity hits. I like. Mm-hmm. And so you can kind of be like, really put yourself in the position of the servant that is waiting for the master to return and feeling really happy about it.
Mm-hmm. I actually been thinking more about it, but it's similar idea, but it's that warrior mindset. So I've been trying to tune a lot with my warrior mindset. So it's like being ready for battle. Like you just have to be ready. You don't know when it's going to start, and you just have to focus.
Yeah. I mean, battle, I don't know if that is a really good word, because it's more like a gift that is going to be presented to you. And from my latest comments on the forum, you probably know that seeing and receiving a gift is not always the easiest of things.
Thank you I will think about that, the servant side. And yeah, you're right. I think it will help me shift perspective a little bit. Being okay with that receiving and giving.
Beautiful. I loved this conversation, Jennifer.
I really enjoyed this conversation as well, Philip. Really appreciate it.
You're so welcome. Now I'm heading off. I'm gonna eat pizza with somebody.
I'm gonna start my work day.
Oh yeah, it's early there, right?
Yes, here's early. That's so nice that you. It seems like you have more social, like things are more open in Switzerland right now. Here we're still, depends on where you are, so like we're pretty much quarantined still. But.
Yeah, I mean, there are two factors. The first is the penalty that you face when you don't stick to the rules that there are, right? We're not getting penalized here. Mm. That's the first thing. And the second thing is the level of fear. And I'm not afraid. Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you're going out for pizza.
Yeah, is that difficult on your end now?
Actually, just yesterday got pizza outside. It's just that restaurants are not open. Well, restaurants are open, but only for outdoor seating. So it's just like more restricted in certain things. Not everywhere, but certain parts.
Okay.
And to be honest, like I've been working a lot too, so it's just I've been in work mode and not having a lot of social interactions, but it's okay. working on that balance.
Good. Good. I'm very happy everything works out so nicely for you on the work and financial side, at least.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, thank you so much for this. I don't want to take more of your time. I really appreciate it, and I will watch the recording to make sure that I take notes of everything we talk.
Beautiful. Beautiful. If you have any extra questions, just let me know.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, love.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.